Hello, Aquarius. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, share, like, notification bell. Go to the description area of the video. It'll have links. So this is March 2020 Aquarius Tarot reading. So how did it go last month? Leave a comment, let me know. Did you have that humbling moment? It looked like things were going to be good for you. So Aquarius is really intelligent generally. Alright, let's go ahead and read the astrology here for Aquarius, March 2020. Informative, Mercury enters your offbeat sign on March 4th, so you're interested in all kinds of interesting topics. You're also very forward-thinking, so you'll probably spend a lot of your time pondering about how to make the future brighter for you, your loved ones, and humankind in general. So I would say, yeah, you had a great. February was good. It wasn't so bad on you like it was a lot of other signs. Lovely Venus conjoins your home planet Uranus, or Uranus, whatever you want to call it, on the 8th, so you can look forward to changes in your love life or your finances. You're open to new ways of doing things now, so you can make a lot of improvements by keeping an open mind. Hard-working Saturn enters your sign later on March 21st, allowing you to break free from a lot of restrictions you've been under lately. You'll work hard now to expose the difference between what is and what could be, and you'll encourage others to climb over or go around the obstacles that are holding them back. Powerful Mars also joins up with your eccentric sign on the 13th, so you're in the mood for a revolution. You're a lot less tactful and a lot more forceful now, and you can't understand why people don't want to do things your way. Well, so you get a little arrogant, huh? Alright. What is the current situation present for Aquarius in March of 2020? What is the current situation present for Aquarius in March of 2020? Three Cups in reverse. Or is it not in reverse? So you can see it. Well, so with the Three Cups here in reverse, I'm going to go back to last month. You had the Hierophant. And that was about community societies or work or, things that have to do with a group of people. And now you have the Three Cups in reverse. So it's kind of like things worked out alright. Not as great as it could have been. It's not like you're like, oh, I'm having the time of my life. No, this is more like, hey, things aren't bad. Because it's in reverse. So you're kind of having a good time. It's not too great. It's not too bad. It's right in the middle somewhere. Half full, half empty kind of thing. So you're in a decent place. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Having a good time with people, but not the greatest time with people. Alright, influence, helpful, challenging energies. What are influence, helpful, and challenging energies for Aquarius in March of 2020? The Chariot in reverse. So the main point of the Chariot is self-discipline. Now it's in reverse, so it's a half full, half empty kind of thing. So it's not going to be like, oh my God, that was so hard. It just, like the horoscope, when I was reading it, mentioned Mars joins up with the eccentric sign of the 13th, so you're in the mood for a revolution. You're a lot less tactful and a lot more forceful now, and you can't understand why people don't want to do things your way. So, it's challenging and helpful. This Chariot in reverse. That's where it landed. One thing that came to me when I was gathering my reading for you on this card was that the Chariot can mean self-control or control of the environment. So your environment is going to be challenging, but helpful. So you may try to keep your reflection on what you're dealing with as beneficial in the long run to you in March. So don't let your arrogance get your head, like your ego, your big head, because you're intelligent. Oh, I'm smarter than people, like this goes back to last month. People don't think you're as smart as you think you are, right? So it's going to be helpful and challenging with the Chariot in reverse here, so it's not as bad as if it was upright. So the victory is going to be challenging, but if you accomplish it, it'll help you in the long run, right? Revolution. I was watching George Washington on History Channel today, and they were talking about how it's pretty much this was the second episode of the 3-episode, 2-hour-long episodes of George Washington and what he went through during his military campaign from before the Revolution and after. So, but they talked about how he had suffered defeat like 3 times before he actually won a battle. Like 3 main defeats of his, like not just one. I'm sure he was on the run after they lost New York in the beginning. But finally, right before that famous painting, he was like, look, we really don't have any other choice but to mount a counter and to go across the river in December and freaking blizzard conditions. A river is freaking cold in the winter, and imagine blizzard conditions, like what they went through just to turn the tides in their favor. And they had to do this more than once. This was just the first major. 6,000 troops left. The odds are against them. It was like 300 moment. The movie 300. But this was it was tough. It wasn't easy, and if he didn't do that bold move, they pretty much would have lost at that moment. So I don't know, I just thought that would relate to what you're going to be going through with your horoscope in March. Alright, past issues, the basic situation for Aquarius in March of 2020. Seven of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is defending you, holding your position. And it just goes back to what we were saying with the Chariot and the horoscope with the mood for revolution. That the basis of the situation, the current, in your subconscious. Standing up for what you believe in. Immediate past. What is behind you for Aquarius in March of 2020? Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands was in your immediate past. You may have had some kind of transition, whether it was physical or not. You know, Knights always have two sides. They can be good or bad. So charming, superficial. You were charming or superficial, self-confident or cocky, daring or foolhardy, adventurous or restless, passionate or hot-tempered. And, you know, that really correlates with what the previous reading I did for Aquarius in February, where you're not, people think you're not as smart as you think you are. So, that just reflects the Knight of Wands being immediate past. It's just reflecting back on the February. Now, remember I was speaking about Washington. He was an Aquarius, but he was an Aquarius with Pisces. Because his birthday was February 17th. So. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse came up. And I didn't even ask the question. But as for crowning thoughts, your thoughts regarding the situation. The horoscope mentioned mood for a revolution. More than likely, you're like, mainstream is BS, and I'm getting down here with the independent. Getting off that mainstream boat, making my own boat, riding with the independents down here, over here. So Wheel of Fortune is pretty much, you know, destiny, or how things are meant, or how things are going to be. And it's in reverse, so it's you're kind of thinking about it, but you're kind of not. Turning point, movement, personal vision. You know, seeing how everything connects, the big picture, seeing life's threads weave together, moving in a different direction, turning things around, being swept up in new developments. So that's what's on your mind right now for March. Immediate future, what is about to happen in March of 2020 for Aquarius? King of Swords. The King of Swords represents Aquarius for me. So, I mean, your future is intellectual, analytical, articulate, just, ethical. With this challenge and helpful energies, that's what it's meant to do for you, is get you to your highest self. I'm kind of jealous. You're getting to be who you're meant to be. It's like spiritual maturity. You're stepping into the true Aquarius, not this allowing yourself to be the Aquarius that is like the table. You know what I mean? Like, the table is a needed piece of our lives for us to achieve things, right? To be able to eat, to be able to write, to be able to communication. I mean, Aquarius, you're like one of the I mean, when you look at Aquarius, the symbol of it is a washing away the things, washing away the. You're actually feeling the age of Aquarius is coming. You're like, whoa. I feel the energies, man. I'm ready for my 2600 year rule or whatever it is. You're feeling it. That's your future outcome in April. You're gonna be like, watch out, everybody. Aquarius is not. It's not gonna be putting up with BS anymore. Just because he was in the age of Pisces. And that's why Washington was this. It just clicked to me. His birthday is on the day before Pisces. We're going from Pisces to Aquarius, so age of Pisces to age of Aquarius. Your fears, emotional concerns regarding the situation in March of 2020. Six of Cups. Is this why you're having the mood for revolution? Does this go back to your childhood? Holding a frog or having a bunny as a pet? Or playing outside? Having all these cups of flowers and peace and harmony and a little cat down there hiding in the grass? Watching you? Your fears and emotional concerns regarding the situation. Are we going to lose this? And, maybe some of you are worried about war or coronavirus or whatever. And you're like, we need to do something. Or maybe even the climate and how the planet is changing. If you believe in the global warming, I suggest you go do your research more, okay? Don't just take 11,000 scientists' words. You don't know what societies or communities or what demands they have to meet to keep their funding. Scientists aren't the most courageous people. They're not the first ones out to fight or defend people. I'm just saying, what's their motives? There are plenty of scientists, about probably twice as many, 22,000, that you don't know about, that disagree with those 11,000 global scientists because they're part of their independent communities, not global elitist cabal communities, okay? Go look at what geologists say about the Earth's history with climate. Go look at what solar scientists say about how the planet is affected by the sun. Go look about the data on what they claim. They're only giving you a small portion to make a big consumption. Go look deeper into that small portion of data they're presenting you with global warming, climate change, and look deeper into the historical data. Like Greenland. They go, oh, Greenland's melting, Antarctica's melting. What they don't tell you is they're only presenting you with the summer data. That makes it to where, of course, in summer there's going to be more heat, or tides rising. We'll look at what geologists say about tides rising and the historical data about the planet. All right, let's move on. Environmental factors, how others see you in March of 2020 for Aquarius. Three of Swords. Ooh. I mean, last month they're like, people don't think you're as smart as you think you are. Now we have this in the mood for revolution. People don't, or you don't understand why people don't want to do things your way. And then they see you as the Three of Swords. Whew. Let's just go ahead and get to my reference book here, Three of Swords, to help us. Okay, heartbreak, loneliness, betrayal. It's not, you're like, people see things that aren't really true about you. wandering far from home, discovering a painful truth. That's the problem. They're putting themselves. It's like me looking in a mirror, and then you're over here, and I'm talking to you while I'm looking in the mirror about you. Like, dude, I'm over here. Look at me and see me for who I am. Don't look at the mirror and see yourself for who you are, and then put that on me. That's what's going on with people for you. I'm sorry, Aquarius. That's tough. I hate when people do that. Just ignore them. Just know that what you're about to do is for the betterment of them too. And just look at, like, you know, the teaching of Christ. Forgive them for what they don't know what they're doing. It's like they're a bunch of children that need to be ignored for their pity-patty crybaby fits while you take care of business. Alright. Your hopes, what you really wish for, Aquarius, in March of 2020. King of Cups. King of Swords, King of Cups. You know, the King is sitting there satisfied with his emotional Saturn running over him. He's like, nothing to worry about. King of Cups. What we got here? Tell us. Reference book. Wise, calm, diplomatic, caring, tolerant. That's what your hopes and what you really wish for. It's about, you know, self-concept, self-discipline, like the Chariot. This is all a perfect harmony reading, other than how people see you. It's just irritating. There's a guy who left a comment on my Aquarius video last one. And he's like, I think he said something about how people don't think I'm as smart as I am or whatever because they're stupid or something like that. And it's like, I told him, yeah, you might be right, but, you know, a little compassion can go a long way. And now you're like, oh, you made King Cups. Yeah, I hope and wish I can do that because I'm just so fed up and it's time for revolution. Beautiful, beautiful reading here. I'm loving it. All right, outcome, answers to your questions. Aquarius of March of 2020. The world is yours. Revolution is coming. People are not gonna. They're painting a picture like the mainstream and the elitist and the control groups, and they're painting a picture for us, but they don't realize that we're not buying anymore. They're so arrogant and foolish in ways that because of all the years that it worked for them, they're just like, they don't see how it's not going to work for them. It's coming. I mean, let's go to the world card reference here. Okay. Integration, accomplishment, involvement, fulfillment. You know, the King of Cups is the King of Cups is the Cancer sign for the different knights, queens, and kings. At the Page of Wands, in your immediate past, he's Aries. He's Aries. So you might have dealt with an Aries last month or in February. And then you hope and wish for Cancerian energy. You know, the intuitive, psychic, emotional king. I'm a Cancer. And then you have the world outcome. I mean, I'm so happy. I am so happy Aquarius has got this reading next month. I'm like, where's an Aquarius? Let's do something. Let's get this revolution going. I'm with you. I'll be your general, or you be mine, whatever. I don't really care as long as we get this shit going. Whatever we need to do it, let's do it. The world is ours, buddy. Alright, let's get to the reader's fan. Additional clues and guidance about the reading for Aquarius in March of 2020. We got the Knight of Cups. That's Pisces. We got the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. Good. Now it's in reverse, so I'm thinking this is like taking a step back, being intuitive, because you know there's two possible directions this is going, and we need to make sure we have the intuitive, clear thoughts. Meditation. Seven of Cups. I mean, we've got cups, and more cups. Okay? You got Three of Cups in reverse as your King of Cups. We got Six of Cups. We got Seven of Cups. We got a Knight of Cups. Let's see what else we got. We got a King of Pentacles. We got the money. I just got chills. This is awesome. This is like, and that's why I watched Washington, because it was so, like, there's no way that these small colonists, small little armies, outnumbered 2-1, could potentially lead to their own country. There's no way, we got them. That's how the British were thinking. They lead us, the king. The generals of Britain. They're like, this is a joke. We'll just rough them up a little bit, and then they'll get back in line and do what we tell them. Pay your taxes. You know what I mean? Like, and history repeats itself, but in different ways. Now, the one thing we have to be mindful of is the French Revolution. Okay? Now, the French Revolution was telling, oh, get rid of this king, but then give the bureaucrats all the power. And then they fucking all died because they didn't think ahead. You know what I mean? They didn't, oh, we need a constitution, we need laws, we need to make this shit real, like for real. Like make this done deal. Like America did, okay? So we gotta mind our P's and Q's, cross our T's and dot our I's and get everything in order as we were doing this revolution. Seven of Cups there. We'll go back to that. Everything we all want and have hope for could be there, but there's also the potential of it burning up in flames before our eyes. And that's where the Two of Swords, but it's in reverse. So it's half full, half empty, potentially leading you down two roads. Both are going to make everything better, but one is probably going to be like the Two of Wands. Let's see. Fucking Two of Wands. Oh my god. They're right there. Two of Wands. Next card. It's going to be like Two of Wands. You got one that goes over a treacherous mountain pass and one that goes through a forest. King of Cups here helping you, telling you what's up. I'm there for you, buddy. This is awesome. It's like synchronicity and universe communicates with you, but are you tuned to the right, like you're a radio, and are you tuned to the static? Are you tuned to the right? No, hey, there's the right numbers and digits to get to the universe talking to me. I understand what the universe is saying. I don't have static. I'm clairvoyant, man, buddy. And that's what you're hoping and wishing for, too. Remember? So, I suggest get with a Cancer that's very in tune with metaphysics. It shows intuitive and psychic abilities. Watch me if you want, whatever. If it's not satisfying to you, whatever. That's another thing. Responsible, beneficial Cancers will respect your decision, no matter what it is. Hey, I'm not here to force anything on you. I believe in free will. Freedom is more important than anything else. Period. And that's what the American Revolution was all about. Did they have a perfect system? No, but look where it got us. Study your history. If you're like pissed off about what I say, and you're like all about socialists, go deeper into these socialist countries that you think are doing great. Finland, whatever. Go dig deep into there and see how they gave up their regional, respectable world views and stuff to the European Union. That wasn't even democracy. That's not democracy. European Union is not democracy. Nobody voted for it. The representatives of those countries did not vote for it. It was forced upon them in an agreement that, like, hey, we'll try this out. Okay? You have bankers that are manipulating the systems. Go study your history. Go learn your world.